Welcome back, everybody, as we certainly hope you're enjoying, as much as we're enjoying and bringing it to you, this 2025 Mid-American Conference Football Preview. We're at the home of the NFL's Detroit Lions in downtown Detroit. Michael Regai, Dustin Fox, as we introduce you to reacquaint you, in some cases, with all the Mid-American Conference head football coaches and their top players as we get set to see the football fly real soon here in this 2025 season. Speaking of which, we speak of introductions. One of the first-year head coaches in the Mid-American Conference this year, the UMass Minutemen, as we say hi to Joe Harasimowicz. Coach Harasimowicz, thanks so much for joining us. Great to see you. How's everything going through the spring and summer now, getting back to it in Amherst in the state of Massachusetts?
Yeah, it's been great. We've had a good 6-7 month run here. Getting there in December, like everybody that takes a new job, it's a little wild getting there. But coaching staff, getting that surrounded, the new players. We've been working hard. They had a great summer. They went home actually yesterday. They're gonna get a 4-day break, and we're gonna come back for camp. So we're excited about being in the MAC and that opportunity and having direction for our program.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, being an independent in this era of college football is very challenging. There's no doubt about that. And kind of bouncing between conferences, 2012, 2015 here, independent, now back.
Yeah.
Got to be pretty excited about having a conference.
Yeah, no, I think
home.
100%. I think just any direction for our fan base, for our players, common opponents. And it's a great league. I spent the last 7 years about in the Big Ten and playing MAC teams every year. Mm-hmm. Just know how good the quality of football is. And for us to get into that and now have direction with our scheduling, is going to be a huge, push going forward.
Yeah, Joe, how would you characterize, brought into it briefly, you have been in the Big Ten, but how would you characterize as the head football coach now the style of play that you want to initiate and that you're certainly looking to explain to your football team, style of play you're looking to initiate with your program?
Yeah, I think it starts with the coaches. I think we did a really good job hiring the right people. So offensively, Mike Bajakian, who I went against, is very familiar with the MAC, was here at Central back in the day. And, I went against him. So I was always a little annoyed going against him, and that's kind of how we led to that. And he does a great job in his staff. And then defensively, Jared Kite's going to lead that group. He's been with me at both Maine and at Rutgers. Attack-style defense, being aggressive. And, special teams-wise, which is a huge addition for us, is Joe Castellito, who's going to be our special teams coordinator, was previously at Dartmouth, did a really, really nice job. So I think those three areas, cleaning that up, and the leaders that are there, is going to be a great opportunity to take a step forward.
Coach Yano's a family friend of mine and recruited me when I was coming up, actually recruited my brother to Penn State, and we all sort of became families. He recruited my nephew to Rutgers. It is, I know Greg, and I know his attitude and how he goes about his business. I assume some of those things have probably rubbed off on you over the years spending time with him. Yeah,
100%. My relationship with him, I can't thank him enough, for what he did for me. He gave me the opportunity to be a coordinator in the Big Ten, and you learn every single day from him. He's prepared. Everything has a reason to it. He always gives you the why, too. And just one of the best, if not the best, presenters in like a team meeting setting that I've been around. So I thank him for that. And it's just been awesome to be there. I'm from New Jersey as well, from North Jersey, so actually the town over from him. So it was a great experience. He treated my family like the best, and I can't thank him enough for that opportunity.
That's great.
You brought in a couple of quarterbacks to, I would imagine, but you tell us, to compete to see which one is going to be the guy to lead your football team. And so tell us about both Brandon Rose, you got him from Utah, and then also Grant Jordan. Jordan, he started 9 games, didn't he, for Yale last year?
Yes, he did. So Brandon Rose came over from Utah. That's where Coach Bajakian was also at last season as the quarterback's coach. And Brandon wasn't able to compete in spring. He got injured in that BYU game, and now he's full cleared. He's been full go in the summer. So dual threat. Kind of can do it with his arm, do it with his legs. And then Grant Jordan came in from Yale, who started there, does a great job. Very smart. He works, always working at it. Good arm strength. So we're excited about those two, and then we can't forget about A.J. Hairston. A.J. Hairston's our guy that's on the roster. We were able to keep him when we got in here. He goes into the Georgia game and throws 2 touchdowns as a freshman. He's got an immense talent to him. So we're excited about all 3 of those guys, and Coach Jake's done a really good job managing reps. That's going to be a great competition in camp. It's going to be awesome, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Is Ty Harding going to be a name for MAC fans to remember?
Yeah, for sure. Ty's special. I mean, he's a little bit like those slot guys I've seen kind of in that Big Ten that are just so hard to cover if you want to go man-to-man. And I think one of the things that I appreciate about Coach Bajakian and his staff is getting guys in certain situations to get the ball. So he's just a guy that can be elusive. He's great in the return game also. But I think once he gets the ball in his hands, that ability to make you miss is kind of his best category.
We're going to talk to you tell us if he's your top running back. There's certainly one in Roco Griffin what kind of running back is he, and what do you think he can provide for your offense to help stimulate the run game?
Yeah, we got Roco in the portal in the winter, and I think the thing about him that I appreciate the most is he's exactly what we're looking for in the type of young man we want in the program, and you'll see that when he comes up here. So first and foremost, his family's done a great job raising him, and he's just the kind of guy that I would have over my house, babysit my kids and do those things. So, but first of all, as a running back, I mean, he's a downhill kid, takes care of the ball, which is my favorite thing to do. Is take care of the ball.
Yeah.
It's high and tight, it's pinned, and I appreciate that. But he's just a great dude. He's fluent in Spanish, so if you want to talk Spanish to him, he can rip that out. But he's just you'll get it. He's a great dude, great kid.
That's cool. He can teach Dustin and I a little bit there.
There you go.
Football terms in the Spanish dialect. Joe, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you during this 2025 season, and all the best with you in your opening year here in the MAC with your Minutemen.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Appreciate it. That's the head coach, Joe Harasimowicz. Here's what Coach Harasimowicz and the Minutemen have as this 25 season opens up. We got Temple at home. And then you see, though, as September rolls on, you're looking at road games at both Iowa and Missouri, and then the Mid-American Conference begins. Kind of a balanced schedule with home and away. Again, Western Michigan, Buffalo, Northern Illinois, and then the finale against Bowling Green at home for these UMass Minutemen, and it gives them an opportunity again to, Dustin, it's about, they're returning to the MAC here, so reestablish themselves. Winning home games is a good way to do that.
There's no question, and they have a home now, by the way, which they did the last time they were in the conference. They were playing in Foxborough, so it's a little bit nicer, I assume, for them to have a home in Amherst.
No question.
And with that, we can ask about it. A gentleman who's got a new home in Amherst. That's Roco Griffin.
Yes,
How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Well, what's it like? 6-year college football coming up, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you prepared?
Yes, sir. It's a little bittersweet, going to your last year, but it's been a blessing to be in this position, and definitely want to make the best of it at UMass.
Tell us how you ended up here at UMass, because you've had stops along the way at UTSA, at Vandy, I believe, as well, and now here you are in Amherst for your last year. Mm-hmm. Why? How?
Yes, sir. Ultimately, I feel like it's just finishing up my undergrad at UTSA in San Antonio, and then starting off at Vandy. As you know, we had a coaching change.
Yeah.
How college football is now, that does lead a lot to different sways and positions, but ultimately ended up at UTSA, had a good time there. Went to a bowl game, had some great time winning, and then start my master's now at UMass, and ultimately just joining the team because we want to switch and change things around and win out here. So
get that master's.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Master's in business.
Now there's a very, very intelligent young man. Getting those degrees.
We already heard about this. He's bilingual.
Yeah, of course. So get that master's.
Vamos, right?
Sí, vamos.
You heard, though, about, again, what you want to establish in the run game. Mm-hmm. So you consider yourself a one-cut downhill guy. You didn't have a lot of carries in your time at UTSA, but could you handle if you let Coach Harasimowicz know that you can handle, if you want to give it to me 20, 25 times, I'll handle that.
Yes, sir.
And move the football?
Yes, sir, definitely. I definitely can. So, being at Vandy as well, that's when I took a larger load, taking 20, 30 carries, even versus Tennessee later in the season. Yeah. And so I definitely had that in my arsenal. But even at UTSA, biggest thing for me is just staying efficient. If you can see, I didn't have necessarily 20 carries, but still averaging, over 4 yards, averaging 5.3 yards to be exact. So really just biggest thing, staying efficient, being reliable for my teammates as well, and being in that position.
Well, final thing we'll ask you, what do fans of the MAC who maybe not that familiar with UMass football over the last few years, what do they expect coming to the conference? What are the Minutemen going to play like? What are y'all going to look like this season?
Yes, sir. I would just say a team that's disciplined. We can't promise wins, can't look at the schedule and think, we're going to have a W or L. Biggest thing is just making sure we're showing them every day and we're preparing, whether that's in practice, that's off the field, representing ourselves in the community as well. So really being a true, Minuteman for our people.
True Minuteman.
A true Minuteman.
Running the football. Roco Griffin, great to see you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All the best. Have a terrific year, and we'll see you during the course of this 25 campaign.
Definitely. Yes, sir.